Howdy friends, welcome back to Plumbing with Tim. In today's video, I'm going to take a few minutes and I'm going to show you how to replace a critical part that's inside of a 1965 American Standard 4033 toilet tank. In today's job, we're located in an old facility that has a lot of old plumbing. My job was to come take a look at everything and make sure it's all up to working par. One of the first things I ran into is a toilet that won't stop running. Let's take a look. There she is. That's an old American Standard 1965 4033. Let's open up the tank lid and I'll show you what we're working with. Look at the size of that tank. Holds a lot of water. The good old days. Well, anyways, the flapper on this is located underneath this drop canister down here. Okay, kind of like a lot of the newer toilets that are out there. I think American Standard still has this concept. It uses different materials. Kohler's use them, Glacier Bay, a bunch of brands out there and stuff, but not like this. Our goal is we need to get this thing off of here somehow, get to the part, try to find the part and replace it and put it back together. Wish me luck. All right, so this old toilet, 1965 4033 American Standard, still has the original flush mechanism in here, okay? And the middle shaft is made out of brass. We don't want to break this or any of that good stuff. We have to get this off. This thing turns and stuff. Look closely, I'll show you what I'm working with. If you kind of look closely, it says remove. And it's got an arrow that's going counterclockwise. So that means, well, this is just a piece of rubber. This brass shaft is gonna have to get spun out of here. Now I gotta be really, really careful because I don't wanna snap this thing. It's gotta get threaded out from down inside the tank mechanism. Let's give it a shot. Nice and easy. I don't wanna crush this. I don't wanna try to get this middle stem to turn. There she goes. Oh, really nice and slow. Steady as she goes. Oh yes, the plumbing gods are with us today. Just simply unscrew that thing. This whole thing should lift right up out of here. Ooh, there it is. We got lucky. Now this is the seal down in here where our seal is going to be sealing up to almost like a flapper would on a regular toilet. So it pulls up, it drops back down, and it seals on top of that. And I'll show you what the bottom of the canister we just pulled out looks like. You have it. There's that bottom seal that drops down after you flush the toilet and it seals to the tank in order to hold water into it. And these are those fine little brass threads that came out of that brass mechanism in the tank stuff. We've got to take this out of here and see if we can find a part, put it back in and set the toilet back and see if it works. All right, nice and easy. You may end up wanting to take a little flathead screwdriver, get in there where that lip is. See that? Try to just get it so it pries off of there. You'll have to have some patience. There she comes. There she comes. There we go. Nice and easy. Just peel it off like an orange. There's your part. You can see how whopped out that thing is. It shouldn't be all wrinkled up like that. And there's the lip ring in which it sits in right there. We gotta have to try to find this part. Wish me luck. All right, well, we've returned into the magic of time and a little bit of luck. We found one. Let's take a look. Here is the part that we removed out of the old assembly. And as you can see, it's all wavy. It's not supposed to be like that. And here is our new part right here. So you can really see the difference of how it's supposed to be and what happened after years of this being inside the tank. This is the seal disc for our drop canister on our American Standard 1965 tank. 4033. Let's go ahead and put the new one on there. Okay, real quick before we decide to wrangle this new ring onto there, we're going to apply some plumber's grease all the way around here to make the job a little bit easier. Nice and generous with this stuff. You want to have the most chance of success by greasing these things down first, so they slip on there the way they're supposed to. Just get them on there where you know it's going to be connecting to the canister, something like that. Now if you look closely on this part, inside lip has a groove. Okay, that's what we're trying to put around this part. This groove to that groove right there. Flat side down. Nice and easy, have some patience. See how it's slipping on there? Just run it around. Kind of like this. Little at a time, little at a time. Look at that. She is on there just like the day that it was manufactured. We've got one more thing to do before we reinstall this. Right inside the tank, down here where that is going to seal to, we want to take a rag and we want to wipe all this off real good so there's nothing hung up on there where it's going to create a void. All right, here we go. We got to take that brass threads right there you see and screw them down into that right there. Screw it in. Nice and snug. Let her drop. And there she sits, just like that. Before we turn the water back on, we want to take our little fill tube and drop it in there. This is kind of rubbery, so you're going to have to just work your way to get in there. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's a little bit tricky. It needs to get inside of there though. Something like that. Now we can turn the water on, fill it up, see if it leaks. I don't hear any water trickling out of there. Let's look inside the bowl. There's no ripples coming down here. I think we've got a winner. Let's flush it. Hey, there you guys have it, how to replace the rubber gasket seal on a drop canister flush valve from an American Standards 1960 style toilet. In this case, it's from a 4033 tank that was in 1965. The relevancy of this video, listen, there are still tens of thousands of these particular toilets that are in circulations all over the place, and sooner or later you may end up running into one of these, and you're going to thank me that I made this video. If you're having a hard time finding the part or whatever, maybe perhaps go to a plumbing supply place, tell them what you're working with, bring the old part with you, and have them look it up. Chances are really good you'll be able to find them. One last thing I want to add. Before you try to take that canister shaft off there with the little threads, clear all the water out of the tank and spray something like WD-40 or Freol or something down in there to break those threads loose. If not, you may end up taking a wrench and trying to turn that thing and snapping those threads off down inside of there, and then you're out of luck altogether. Got any comments, questions, leave them down below, and don't forget to keep plumbing.